Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
You hear that, guys? There we go. Just a little slow groove.
Get into that Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, also very deep reference into the episode.
Yeah.
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Modern Family After Show. This is Season 6, Episode 14. If you're listening to my voice live on YouTube, thank you. Please feel free to comment in the chat roll next to us. We'll be letting known if you have any questions. You can also find us on iTunes. If that's how you're listening to us, please rate and subscribe and leave comments and all those fun things. If you're listening to us on SoundCloud, same stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just the same format as iTunes, just all on the internet. And please join us with the conversation on Twitter, hashtag ABTV Modern Family. And now that I talked us all to death...
What's going on, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can follow me at Nicholas Grava on Twitter or Instagram.
I'm Carli Carsow, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Carli_Garsow.
And I'm Britta Garsow, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Britta_Garsow.
And how rude of me. I spoke that entire time. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Steve Kaufmann. That's at Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann. It's more than likely written below me.
Oh, yeah.
And this was a fun episode.
It was.
And it's a little annoying that the fun episode, no kids.
Yeah, I was waiting. I sort of kept watching, being like, wow, when are they going to tie in a storyline for the kids? And it was like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, and I was like, oh, guess they had the week off.
They make it to the first commercial break with no kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're just not going to have kids.
Yeah, but I kind of like the change of pace.
I like because then we'll have a whole kid. I'm sure if I researched it a little more, I'd know that every season there's probably 2 all-adult episodes, 2 all-kids episodes.
Probably, yeah.
Or something around that ratio.
We did have Manny, though.
Manny,
yeah.
Which had some great lines.
Although Manny is
the only one.
Is Manny really a kid?
I know.
No.
Yeah, adult in a child's body.
So we open up Phil and Claire. They're making their Valentine's Day plans because, as we've seen in the show before, Phil and Claire like to go to a hotel bar and act like other people.
Mm-hmm. Which is so great. It's so cute that they still get into it every single year just to have that one day with just themselves because they have 3 kids. That's
oh yeah, and then this.
I forgot that they did that, and when he was unzipping his suit and he saw the name tag, he's like, well, I have a plan. And I was like, oh, I forgot this was a thing, and this is amazing.
I have a plan to do this.
I was really worried when she wasn't into it. I was like, oh no, what is poor Phil?
Has the fire died?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like Halloween is Claire's thing. She loves Halloween, but Phil loves Valentine's Day because I feel like he loves Claire so much. So I felt really bad too. I'm like, oh no, he's not going to go along with it.
Well, I would say I'm happy the show keeps everything consistent season to season. The Halloween episodes and the Valentine's episodes, they keep the traditions going, which for fans that have watched it since the beginning, it's just great to watch.
It's always good to have consistency.
And then next leap year we're probably going to have a birthday episode. Because
whose birthday is it?
It's Cam's birthday. I don't know why I had a birthday. Cam was born on a leap. Cam was born on the 30th of February.
Oh,
so I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago they had a whole episode that it was his birthday and he was 12. He was 12 because he was born on a leap year.
That's amazing.
So I like the consistency of the show.
Yeah, it's really great.
The
writers did a great job.
I think it really it grounds it sort of. It keeps it in reality because a lot of shows sort of will run a storyline and then next season they never really go back to it. And I think okay, there you go, exactly. So this is kind of nice. I do feel like we're really in there with the family and we're watching them during these holidays.
Exactly.
And all the things just keep coming back together. So Claire doesn't seem into it, and it seems, I guess I just want to snuggle up in my pajamas. And then he goes, all right. And then he unzips the other clothing bag.
Not the red silk ones, though, Phil. Don't pull those out.
Never mind.
Zip it up.
We know where those are.
Oh, no.
Poor Phil. Poor Phil.
Poor Phil. and we start off the show, and we actually have an entire Act 1 where it just happened at the end, where they're at the hotel bar. They're at the hotel bar, and Claire calls and says, I'm having car trouble. I don't think I can make it. And then Julianne shows up. Juliana, sorry. I think I misheard it and then wrote it weird. I think I actually wrote Julie Own.
Don't think that was heard.
Maybe that's a name. I don't know. And then she shows a spark plug, which was a nice touch.
Yeah, she said,
took a spark plug out of her own
heard your wife had some car trouble. Drop the spark plug.
So good. Like, so Claire. I feel like Claire and Phil are so, like, over the top in everything they do, and it's just so great. I wish I could be like that. Like, just act like someone else. I could never.
That is fun that they keep, like, I think it starts from Phil. Like, he's really young and he has the young energy. So, like, it's nice to watch them not get caught up in, like, adult, stereotypes and stuff like that.
And they're both that kind of young feeling. Like, pretty much, I guess it would be comfortable in their own skin of just, no, we're two fairly young parents.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We watch really, like, crappy movies because they're crappy, and then we have 3 kids, and then we have our traditions, one of which is Valentine's Day. We try to act like different people and spice it up.
Yeah.
And Phil is very taken aback by Juliana.
Yeah. He gets a little caught up in it.
But I think that's his point. Like, I think that's what he really enjoyed about it, that he just got completely caught up in it. Juliana grabs 2 champagne bottles. Steals 2 champagne bottles. They take an elevator up. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. They exit the elevator. They clearly just made out.
Oh, yeah, lipstick all over Phil.
She didn't look like she was wearing lipstick.
Like, she looked like she had more on at the end than she did.
Well, she clearly put on lipstick just to make out with him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's probably it.
With an older couple in the elevator that they exclaim, I didn't even know they were here.
And then the pool.
Oh, and then the pool.
I forgot about that. Oh, wow.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
And is it weird that I grew up around pools and the one scandalous thing I saw... Well, that's not weird.
Where are you going with this?
The one scandalous thing I saw about the whole thing was that she's got a glass bottle in the pool. That's incredibly unsafe.
Oh, my God.
She needs to get herself a plastic champagne flute and pour that champagne into the plastic flute and then be safe. I was thinking that's a very brave move of her. I mean, you're at a hotel. There are windows overlooking that pool, and when she just throws the dress, he doesn't even look. He's like, is that what I think it is? I was like, go, Phil.
It probably feels so nice though, just to like break all the rules and like let loose one day a year. Because Claire's so uptight that I feel like she never does that.
But then again, they are the type that if they keep coming back to that one hotel, they probably know the manager there and like kind of smooth it over either before or after. That's like, hey, it's one time a year we're gonna get a little crazy.
Yeah.
To which a hotel manager is gonna go, is that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, I think on a Friday night, a hotel manager will deal with way worse than somebody stealing 2 bottles of champagne and drinking it in the pool.
Yeah.
Although that's incredibly unsafe. I don't think you understand. If any glass were to get to the bottom of a pool, you have to clear out the entire pool.
Yeah.
That's Steve Kaufmann, pool safety.
Juliana is living on the edge.
Not a joke.
Yeah.
Pool safety. Drink all you want in a pool, but do it in a plastic cup, guys.
You just saved so many lives with that. I think so.
At least I saved water.
Everyone in the live chat roll is thanking.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
They weren't aware.
And
then we move over to
we move over to the bedroom, well, the hotel room.
Yeah.
And he wants to give himself some applause.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
Would it ruin the moment if I clap?
Not at all.
There you go.
And the second she leaves the room, he starts talking to her like she's Claire, and like he's just her wife. Like she's just his wife, and yeah. So and then it becomes, I have a listing early in the morning, and like we need to pick the kids up from school, and like all the standard wife stuff. And then she steps back out in the black dress, and he's like, "Oh, Juliana,
let's go steam up the mirrors in the elevator again." Total switch.
I get what he was saying because I feel like she's so exciting, and he seems to like love that. So it's kind of hard for him probably just to go back to like everyday life. But it made me kind of sad for Claire that she's like, oh, he like loves Juliana, like probably a little self-conscious about herself. But I mean, it worked out fine in the end. Honestly.
Well, I think he was just playing along. I think
that was all part of his game, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And like, I don't think Claire saw it like that, but
Well, I don't think Claire initially saw it like that, but essentially they wind up in the car and they're talking, and she decides if he's gonna be in love with Juliana, I'm just gonna make it gross.
Yeah, she's like, it's easier to bring that girl down.
She did such a good job. I would never even think to do that.
Yeah.
no, like
the mind game.
Would you say like my boyfriend's not paying my rent? So
Yeah.
I have candles all over.
Yeah. And Phil kept trying to like find the positive. He was like, ooh, that, you know, she's like, I'm gonna go in a bath and like soak my toe or some weird thing. And he's like, oh, with candles all around. And she's like, well, yeah, but because of my boyfriend. It was good. I was like, that's clever. Good way to do it.
So optimistic.
And then we find out what I think is entirely part of Phil's entire part of the fantasy. Because I was thinking, like, oh, his fantasy is that he can, like, cheat on his wife with his wife.
yeah.
Which is a really married person's fantasy. Like, an incredibly
that's
married
true.
person's fantasy.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But then the fantasy gets one step further, that he essentially has one affair with his wife. And then ultimately says, yeah, in my house, I have a beautiful woman I love so much.
It was so adorable.
And I've just been that lucky.
Yeah.
He's like, quit while you're ahead. I'm like, oh. It's so cute.
And then the kicker is she, like, oh, that's so sweet. And then she tries to make the turn of, like, oh, I'm your wife now.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Walk in the house.
just don't beg.
Don't beg.
Don't beg.
Yes.
We
Just
all
the hands.
laughed so
Yep,
much.
yep.
I think that was my favorite part of like the whole season thus far.
Don't
Yeah.
Don't beg.
This is one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Yeah, me
Yeah, it was
too.
good.
Like, they're all great, but, like, this one,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really loved it.
this one's nailing it because on two, we have Anders, who, have you met Cooper?
I don't
It sounds familiar, but I don't. Cam and Mitch have a lot of friends.
They do.
Yes.
So I'm not really sure.
I don't think we have.
And they all have great names too.
They do.
They all have fabulous
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
Like there's who's their like best friend?
Nathan
Oh.
Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
what's his
Nathan Lane
name?
character, I don't want to get it wrong.
I was gonna say
internet
Casper.
will-
I'm
the
like,
internet will
it's not
t-
Casper.
I'm
What
pretty
is
sure they're
it?
friends with the Casper. But
I'm gonna maybe not. I'm gonna try.
Chester?
we could do the Nathan Lane character is something like very fabulous. We'll get there.
Okay, yeah.
If you guys know in the live chat,
Let us
please
know.
put it in there, and so we can find
You
out.
know any
Anders
of their
and Cooper,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper.
I mean, that's amazing.
From the
I
go.
love Anderson
Huge
Cooper.
fan of Anderson Cooper, so I
So
love that.
they get them a painting. They get them a painting as a wedding gift or an
Yeah.
early wedding gift because we don't. I don't. It sounds like they were only engaged and they were about to be married.
Yeah.
I think they were
Yeah.
engaged.
I think, or no, it was an engagement gift. It was a party. It was a gift for an engagement party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which-
by the time they get there, the party's canceled, and they're the only people who show up.
And they fell in love with their own gift. Which
Yes.
I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but I was watching
I've
and I was
done
like,
that.
you know what? I've been there, done that. But to the point where I didn't keep it. I went out and just purchased another one.
Okay,
For
yeah.
but like I have
nice.
absolutely bought something and then been like, no, not giving this. You know,
What
keeping
was
it.
it?
I feel like it's happened more than once too.
Yeah.
That's like you just see even something little. Like I think once I bought like a Starbucks, like a cool Starbucks cup, and it was like all metal. And I went and I was like, oh, I could use that later today. And I was like, I'll just go and get another one for them later.
Yeah.
so funny.
I think I've probably bought her things that I've bought for myself like at the same time because I knew I would just not be able to.
Have you ever bought someone a gift and then given it to them and they just gave you the same exact gift?
No.
I've had that.
No.
That's happened to me multiple
Like they
times.
re-gifted it to you,
No,
or
no.
you exchanged at the same
That
time?
we exchanged at the same time. We exchanged the exact same gift.
No.
Wow.
Trader Joe's gift cards all the time with me.
Really?
Then I'll know someone who also loves Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, if you want to send me gift cards or free stuff. I'll know someone who loves Trader Joe's, and I'll get them a Trader Joe's gift card, and then they'll get me, like, it'll just be, oh, well, now we both have Trader Joe's gift cards.
Oh.
That's happened at least 3 Christmases.
3.
really funny.
Wow.
3 different people. I don't know. It's a
That
weird
would
thing.
never happen with Mitch and Cam because their friends are so fancy. And
Well, yeah.
Such unique gifts all the time.
I know.
Well, such like
those were
one-of-a-kind
like
gifts.
one-of-a-kind gifts. Yeah, that aren't gonna be.
And the issue they run in here is that they suck it up and they're going to give him the painting.
Yeah.
And then they give but they had already bought a cheese plate and they decided, well, we could just give that to
Oh, they did. They took it
someone else's.
from the gift pile.
Yes. And classic mix-up. The cheese plate and the painting are the exact same size.
Yeah.
The cheese
In the
Small
same
painting,
wrapping.
right?
Yeah, I know. When they first gave it, I was like, oh, they didn't give the painting. And then I was like, wow, that was a small painting. Did I not see that in the beginning? Yeah.
Where would you even put that painting?
I don't know.
It would stand out on a huge wall. Like,
To squint to see it. Like, what is that painting? I don't know.
I was confused.
Yeah,
and it's
me
like,
too.
oh, that's a cheese plate.
Yeah. And then
Which I love that cheese plate. by the
That's a
way.
dope
That's
cheese plate.
fun. I agree. That's a fun cheese
That is
plate.
a dope cheese plate.
I don't offer much cheese in life, but like if I was to host a party and put cheese, that would be a one
See,
I
I feel
would
like we
use.
could use that.
This episode has reminded me that if I were to host people, I would not have a cheese plate.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a regular plate
Yeah.
to put cheese
we
on.
made a cheese plate, a
we
cardboard,
did.
like, or a chalkboard one, like spray painted one, and then you write like the cheeses on it.
Oh,
It's
very
fancy.
wow, DIY. I love it.
That is legit.
That is great. So then when they gave the cheese plate, he ended up, Anderson like took, and he was like, oh, well, I've got them this, what was the bowl? You know the name of the bowl?
Santa Jellos.
Santa Jello, some very fancy bowl, and he was like, oh, if they're going to give me this, I'm going to give them
I'm gonna
fish.
It was a porcelain fish.
Yeah.
Change it out so fast.
So Mitch checked it, and then next thing you know, he handed the gift, and it was a fish. I'm like, what? Where?
Oh,
How?
I know.
It was like, it must have been the fish was on the table that
And
the
he
gift
just
was. Yeah.
did something
Yeah, it was a quick swap. It looked like it was a quick swap behind that
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought that bowl was a really nice bowl.
Beautiful. I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty too.
Yeah.
The fish, hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you gonna put a fish in your house? I mean, come on.
It was just this weird looking porcelain fish. No form, no function. No. Just like, what is this? Why is this here?
I love how the gifts too, where they were kept, they had like the monitor on when for his mother. Was it his mother that
It
was
was
staying in
Mom.
the house?
Yeah.
And so like whenever they would have to run, they'd have to just cover up on the camera like behind it. I thought that was amazing.
What's going on?
Yeah.
We'll hide that.
And then he ends up using the mom to hide the painting.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm back and your mom's here. I was like, what's going on here?
But it actually, Anders remembers that he and Cooper had mentioned once that, we were going to open up an old cheese shop, and I finally got the connection of why you gave us that cheese plate.
Yeah.
And here's your real gift.
Yeah, it was
This
cute.
amazing bowl. And you guys should take this because you don't have any nice things in your house.
I know, so rude.
That's a backhanded.
Yeah.
It's a backhanded gift.
I
It
feel
is.
like Mitch and Cam and all their friends are like full of backhanded compliments.
I think
Like,
that's the culture. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. It's just
It's the
they're
lifestyle.
So sassy, all of them.
A lot of sass going around in that friend group. Oh my gosh.
What is his name?
And then we
I'm
get
so mad. I can't think of his name.
Did anyone give it in the chat roll? Anyone find out that
Alexis?
name? Alexis?
Probably not.
No, not yet. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Thank
No
you,
worries.
guy.
There is somebody that wanted to tell Nicholas.
Yes.
Her name is, I'm sorry if I butcher this, it's Alia, Ayla Sydney.
Yeah.
She asked, is that Superman or is that Nicholas Grava?
Oh,
This is the
I was like, wait, I don't go to the gym. I don't know what this is a reference to. I know how it could be confusing, but I assure you, it's me. It's not Superman, you know?
Are you playing
you
Clark,
sure?
though?
Yeah. Oh, I should have had my glasses. Yeah.
He puts his glasses on and shuffles up his
You
hair.
guys, it's supposed to be a secret. No one's
I wouldn't tell the
darn
difference.
it.
Be
Well,
completely
now it's
person.
out there, so thank you.
And then
ahead.
at the tail end, we get Cam wanting to move because he feels like nothing in his house is good. Good enough now.
He's like, we can't find a place for this. We're moving.
Typical dramatic Cam one-liner.
Yep.
That's so funny. I feel like that's how I am. Like, I'll say something super dramatic, and people know I'm like not being real, but it's just funny. It doesn't make sense.
And also, so then we switch over, which I was so excited to see Gloria's. What was that?
I was long INES was.
Someone said, tell them it's LONGINES. I don't know.
Oh, the guy's name, yeah.
Linus.
it's-
Linus. There we
Yeah,
go.
sorry, guys. I was like, I don't know why
I've never
it's
seen
spelled
it.
like
Is that-
that, but okay.
I've never seen.
Is that
Okay.
how you? Is that it? Though?
I would-
That's not it.
I would trust someone in the chat.
I don't think that's it.
No, I
No,
think
it's
that's
Lion.
it,
No,
but
his
I-
name's definitely Lioness. I didn't know it was spelled like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, I was
That's
gonna say,
awesome.
I don't
Pronounce it
know.
at all.
I was like, that's definitely probably how you spell
I thought it was
'cause
like
it's spelled-
log lines. I'm like, what are we?
I know.
We summon
That's
up.
why I put a question mark. I was like,
Okay, good.
Although
Well,
that-
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that chat. I also thank you for that, because that's kind of my worst nightmare at these things, which is I'm sitting here and then I get a note from the booth that's like some inside term I've never been taught.
Yeah.
I'm like, just do the log lines.
Apparently, it's supposed to pronounce lawn, like Lawn, gin, S.
Longus?
Yeah.
Longus.
Do they call him Lon?
I thought they call him Linus, though. I don't know.
What did they? Hold on, guys. I need to
Rough
get
day for the internet to be weird here.
But it's the same girl that was complimenting Nicholas on his shirt.
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, folks.
Wow, helpful.
Should we move on while
Yes.
we're looking for...
Yes.
So apparently this is
Oh,
supposed
Pepper too.
to... Yeah,
Pepper. That's what it is.
All right,
Yes,
there we go.
there it is. That's it.
So,
Thinking, I throw up.
so apparently Valentine's Day is supposed to be Manny's Super Bowl.
Oh, which I
It's funny because it's 2 weeks after the actual Super Bowl.
so great, but that
Same
Manny doesn't
office.
care about that. That's not.
Manny does not. I'm sure he liked the halftime show.
Actually, he plays football, so he might care.
He would watch. He
that's a
would
good point.
understand.
I guess true.
He would have an appreciation for people playing football.
But now he's into his new show. What is it? Lethal Ladies.
Lethal Ladies.
He's into the show. He was denied, rejected, and he's spending
And he
Valentine's
was
Day.
right, though. All those clues that he was saying were correct.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
You guys aren't on the Lethal Ladies after show?
Oh, I forgot to
Is it a
get
spin-off?
on
I
that.
texted you about it. I texted you all about it. It's just me. It's 3 a.m. every other Tuesday.
Word.
I'm just sitting here talking about Lethal Ladies.
What do you talk about?
The whole show. You guys have to watch Lethal Ladies. There's so much to talk about. I talk about it for like 2 hours.
I knew I was missing something in life, and it was that after
Ladies,
show.
guys. It's on
Out
A&E.
of a loop.
Yeah, you guys are missing out. I engineered that show.
Oh, you know about it too. This is
So you're at 3 a.m.
Yeah, best 2 hours of my life, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on A&E at 11:45 a.m.
Get on it.
oh, what a good time slot, you know? I knew
It's the
it.
prime slot. It's right
That's
after
when
the
the
paid,
Lethal Ladies watch.
it's when the paid programming is over. It's when the paid programming's over on A&E.
Oh my gosh.
They have Lethal Ladies. It's a great show, guys. Really get on this. We should really get back to it, though.
Let's get to Sonia. I really want to get to
Yes,
her.
Sonia, played by Stephanie Beatriz, who is Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, if you guys are fans, because we love that show.
That's a great show. I've subbed on that after show.
Yeah.
That's actually not a joke. The Brooklyn Nine-Nine after show.
Yeah,
I've
it's
actually
not a
subbed on
joke.
that.
Steve actually is.
I've dropped by that panel
And
before.
it's not a 3.
Although
They're going to be searching for this now. Some people are definitely going to be searching. Oh, poor.
I find it funny Jay got Stella a gift.
Oh, so cute.
Jay loves Stella.
Yeah.
She's the cutest
Stella
dog.
was looking good in this episode.
Stella was
Looking
nailing.
cute.
Yeah.
Stella was nailing all the spots.
Yeah.
All the marks.
She's like a perfect dog
She
to be on
is. She's so
TV.
cute
Yeah.
and just
He
there.
when he was bringing the gift, and it was a collar, obviously with an S on it,
Yeah.
and so he was like, and he gives it to Sonia, and he was like, oh, the S is for Sonia, and like obviously it was for Stella. That's a dog collar, but you know what? She took it, embraced it, and even put a dress on to match it.
To match it.
Yeah.
You know what I thought is funny? So obviously Gloria is kind of crazy. Like we
Yeah.
all love her, but she's crazy.
Yeah.
And so you would imagine that her sister would be equally as insane. And she was so calm, like from the beginning. And I'm like, something's wrong with this girl. Like she's
Yeah.
gonna just blow up. And then there you go. Like she tried to steal Jay. And so I was like, you know, the signs should have been there from
That's
way early
true.
on.
It's not like Gloria's coming from like the most sane,
Yeah,
easygoing
exactly.
background.
Not
Yeah.
like planning either. Like the fact that I kind of had that moment with the planning, but I was like, I don't think Sonia, who is like Gloria's sister, I don't think there's like that ounce of her that would like plan an attack. Like to plan an attack to take Jay away. I think the plan would just be to like throw him into a room, which is what happened.
Well, you know, you weren't far off with that.
that was
yeah,
pretty much
exactly.
how it went down. So that everything else was kind of a coincidence.
Did you guys think that? So when Manny sort of was like, "Oh, like and the poison and the toy," what were you guys thinking? Did you think that this was all a plan, or was it all coincidence?
I thought it was a plan.
I thought it was a plan too.
You did too. I did
I'm
too.
pretty gullible, so.
I actually thought it was a plan, and I was thinking like, but really, Gloria's sister would plan? I
But
don't think.
even,
Yeah.
but when all the coincidences were like pointed
Yeah.
out, I still thought like she's still going to do this. Like she's still
Oh, yeah.
going to
Oh,
try
me
to
too.
do
When
it.
she
Either
was
way.
in the room and he was coming in there, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's gonna go down.
And it made me feel bad because I feel like Jay's such a good husband and like always like wants to be there for Gloria,
Yeah, and-
even if he doesn't show it all the time. And I didn't want it to be like mistaken, like he was trying to get with her.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that it worked out properly.
I'm glad the baby monitor was there. And Gloria, when she enters,
yeah.
she's like, oh my God. Don't know what I had tried to do, Gloria. Didn't work.
There's actually a character like that on
That's
Lethal
never.
Ladies. Sounds just like that.
Actually, that's
I'm picturing
me.
you guys for Lethal Ladies. I'm picturing like the Golden Girls right now. Like
Oh
that's what
my
I'm picturing.
God.
The Golden Girls, but it's a reality show about murder.
Yeah,
You're
right?
picturing it correctly.
You guys, I think we're going with. I think we have
think
something
we
here.
are, too.
Someone start writing this
We
down.
have to give ABC all the money.
Oh
It's
darn.
A&E. It's on A&E.
It's on
Yeah, different
A&E,
network.
11:45 a.m.
Buzzkill, Steve.
Oh my God.
But my favorite part, and I do think it was really funny, just the quick wrap up. The quick wrap up of, no, that's not it. It was the dog. Gloria's downstairs. Gloria's downstairs. Oh, thank you so much. I heard it from the baby monitor. See, that's how you do it, Gloria.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take some notes here for that.
I heard it from the baby monitor. How could you do this to Sonia?
IJ. Ooh, better. Here we are. Finally. Oh, look at that. See that? That's how you do the curriculum.
You guys are both good at it, and we're females and we can't do it.
No.
Let's hear a little.
No, because I took Spanish in college, and they made the Spanish speakers made fun of me because my accent was so terrible. So I'll never do it again.
Oh, I bet you're not that bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try to reverse that memory for you. I think you could have. Yeah, I do.
And then at the very end, they're just being loud. And
Yeah.
they're just like, that's how we talk.
Yeah.
So fun.
And just the real quick auto god ending I liked.
Yeah,
and then
I did too.
Sonia still gets to, like, oh, just kiss me. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
And baby monitor. And, yeah. And then they're going to fight. I guess they probably, like, come close to killing each other.
And they're fighting
Probably pretty
directly.
close.
They're fighting directly over Jay,
Jay.
and Jay's just kind of sitting there.
I
And
feel like he's so used to the crazy.
Yes. I do think
but also
so.
Jay, like Phil, wants to be wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
he repeated that the whole
So
episode.
I think part of what exacerbated the scenario was that Jay really, really wants to be wanted,
Yeah.
and Sonia's giving him that attention, and he's never going to act on that attention, but he
Yeah.
wants to fuel that fire,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
fan that fire as much as he possibly can.
like the CC BB story
Yes.
or DD CC and BB story that he kept sharing with
Yeah.
us.
All the
Yeah.
CC and DD and BB and GG
What a fam.
And
What a
ZZ.
family.
He always marries the crazies.
Yeah.
and
True.
the 2-syllable net. Never mind. Just counted how many syllables in Gloria. I was like, nope, you're wrong.
Go no.
That was a great episode. I
Yeah, I did like it.
So we hope you
I
guys
liked
liked
it.
as much as we
Yeah,
did.
it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Nicholas, where can the people find you?
You guys can find me at Nicholas Grava on Twitter and Instagram.
You guys can find me at Carli_Garsow on Twitter and Instagram.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Britta_Garsow.
And you guys can find me at Steve Kaufmann on Twitter, KAUFMANN. I also host the Lethal Ladies After Show.
At 3 a.m.
But I also
So jealous.
I also do wrestling pay-per-views. I'm on that panel. Suits, Modern Family, obviously, and Gotham. I'm a
I didn't know you were on Suits. We're going to chat later
Yeah,
about
we are
that.
gonna chat
I'm
later
in
about
love
that.
with that show.
Such a good show.
Is that the one?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll have this covered later.
No.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like on. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.